One of the toughest yet often understated parts of effective social media marketing is to not only know exactly what tasks you have to do in each social media platform, but how often and how much you should post, what types of tasks you should do, and then how to easily manage the process. We know this can seem overwhelming, and it is a lot to do. This is why we've collected and organized everything you need to do every single day in social media in a simple-to-use interface. In today's Splash Media U class, we will teach you how to use all of the features in the Tasks section of SplashCube. So let's get started. After logging into SplashCube, click on the Tasks tab, and you will see the Tasks home screen. The first thing you will notice when you click on Tasks are today's recommended tasks to complete in each of the three main social platforms: Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You can click on any past date to see what you have done and what you've completed, or look into the future to see what tasks are coming up. Now, let's talk about each of the tasks in each platform SplashCube is recommending. But first, what is a task? A task is a simple tactical execution you perform in each social platform, such as engage, build community, share links, or simply post. The greatest part about these task recommendations is you don't have to worry about coming up with exactly what you need to do each and every day to create an effective social media marketing campaign. SplashCube takes the guesswork out of what you need to do because it analyzes your account's historical activity and gives you recommendations based on what you've done and how you are trending. It also compares your profile to millions of other social profiles just like your company based on your vertical and company size, and then determines the ideal tasks you must perform in order to create ideal results from your activities. Then, not only does SplashCube tell you what to do, but it tells you specifically how to execute the task with an easy walkthrough guide. With that said, let's take a look at a few tasks in each platform. Starting with Twitter, SplashCube will recommend you either follow or unfollow someone. Simply click on this task and you will notice it will prompt you to navigate to Twitter in order to follow or unfollow a specific amount of people. Remember, SplashCube knows the correct amount of followers you should have at any given moment in order to effectively market through Twitter. Although unfollowing may seem like you're going backwards, SplashCube is all about your effectiveness. Numbers of followers should not be your goal, but how effective you are in your activities. And that may mean throttling back how many followers you have in order to have a greater ratio of engagement to your follower base. Furthermore, if SplashCube is giving you a task of unfollow, it's because you're following too many people for your company type compared to the number of people following you, actually making it harder to gain new followers. You're more likely to see the unfollow task if you've dialed up automated marketing. Moving through the other tasks in Twitter, you will start to see specific recommendations in order to increase your effectiveness. As we've taught you in Splash Media U, you must stay active in Twitter, but also join in the conversation. A perfect way to do this is by retweeting others. SplashCube recommends here I retweet at least one tweet today. Once I click on the retweet link, SplashCube directs me to the Monitor section, where I can retweet others' tweets that contain key phrases I am searching for in Twitter. Watch our SplashCube Monitors class in order to set up a great listening campaign for Twitter. Another task SplashCube may recommend is sharing links in Twitter. Again, we know when you're a master curator in Twitter, you typically are more effective. Sharing a link that contains engaging content has the potential to be retweeted and passed along through several communities. So think about what you would really say to interest your community members. Once you click on the Share Links link, SplashCube then brings up the tweet field. Notice here SplashCube goes even further and lets you know how many links you should have in this tweet. This is true for other tasks such as hashtags and mentions. Now, let's put in a tweet with a link to a blog. We will tweet one of our recent blog posts asking for others' feedback. The power of LinkedIn search for lead generation and SEO. How do you use LinkedIn search? When I copy and paste the link in the tweet, you will notice the tasks that are being completed with this tweet turn green and decrease the overall task number for that task. SplashCube recognizes when you're about to complete a task, giving you confidence SplashCube will track your tasks. Before we hit Create Post, also notice the shortened URL in this tweet. It is a best practice to use some kind of URL shortener in order to utilize your limited 140 characters in a tweet. Watch our Splash Media U class on URL shorteners to pick the best one for you. However, if you don't choose the shorten link, your link will be shortened automatically. If you want to change the time of your post, choose the time you want to publish the tweet here. Finally, notice how SplashCube knows you're in Twitter, so Twitter is already selected as your platform to post in. We will post this tweet now, but if you were to schedule it in the future, it will show up as a future post in the publishing section. Now we have one less tweet task and one less create a link task to perform in SplashCube. Some other tasks you may perform in Twitter include using hashtags, mentioning others on Twitter, and of course, creating tweets. Simply follow the tasks and knock them out one by one. Once you're done with Twitter, you then want to move on to Facebook. Here again, simply click on each task and perform what SplashCube recommends. In Facebook, like Twitter, you can post right from SplashCube. It's important to keep your community engaged on your organization's Facebook page. Therefore, supply interesting content on a consistent basis to entice your fans to speak up and communicate. This could range from sharing a photo, posting a poll question, or sharing a link. Finally, for LinkedIn, tackle your tasks such as discussions or commenting on someone else's discussion in groups. Again, SplashCube will walk you through it. Some things to note. Instead of clicking on each individual task, you can simply click the Work on Your Tasks button from the Today field and choose which tasks you want to perform. SplashCube will recognize what you're doing and mark off the tasks as you complete them. If you're an overachiever or like to plan, you may also skip ahead and work on future tasks. The future publishing feature comes in handy here, as you can create all your posts based on SplashCube's recommendations for the next few days in one session. That's pretty handy. SplashCube truly takes the confusion out of what to do and how often to do it in social media. The bonus is you can manage all the major platforms within one system. You do not have to log in and out of each platform, plus you can post and see who has responded to your activity in one location. We have seen statistical evidence that companies who follow the recommendations from SplashCube daily see exponential growth and gains in community engagement, as well as have a significantly greater chance of growing their business in social media.